Amaya,
Good day.
how long have you been doing gymnastics?
Since I was 4.
Since you were 4. And now you've made like a really life-changing decision. These feelings are real. Hey guys, so I have some pretty unfortunate news for you. Amaya will no longer be doing gymnastics. Now it's been rough since Amaya got back to gymnastics after the first lockdown. Even actually prior to that, she was having a little bit of issues with being up to the skill level she needs to be at, and then lockdown happened and then she went back and she just didn't seem as motivated as she was prior to the whole lockdown and everything that went on. It's really hard for me because every parent wants to see their child do well and, you know, become a champion at whatever they do, like they're mastering it. But I know I can't live my dreams through my kid. Like, Amaya has to figure out what she wants to do. And at 9, she'll be 10 in June, but she's getting to an age where she has to understand that no matter what she does, she has to stick it out. She has to try her best, because in order to be the best, you have to do what nobody else is doing. And sometimes the consistency and determination and dedication are just the simple factors in life that someone else is not doing that you're doing that makes you so different and that makes you the best. And again, I'm not really sure what's going on, what flipped, what switched, but it didn't seem like Amaya was really enjoying gymnastics as much as she used to. But I'd like to find out what's going on because I want to support Amaya. And it's not just me wanting to support Amaya, it's her whole family. Greg, my mom, her paternal grandmother, her father, everyone. And we do it together. We really value working as a team. So we're gonna try to get to the bottom of this and see how we can best help Amaya. I'm actually heading over to Starbucks to talk to her with her dad. We're just going to sit down in a positive space and talk about why she will no longer be continuing. So this is reality. We try to keep it as transparent as we can. We don't sugarcoat things. It's a part of raising kids. It's hard. But you know what? Come with me. Let's go over to Starbucks and let's talk to Amaya and see what's going on.
Say hi.
Hi.
Amaya wants a cold drink. I hate wearing masks now.
I know. My ears are numb, so I can't feel it anymore.
Oh, I see. Alright, let's...
This song is on TikTok.
Oh, I know this song.
Yep. And then it goes.
I think you would have liked living in my time with all the songs that we had. How are you? Yeah, chocolate cake popping for the young woman here.
All right, so I'm heading off to Starbucks. Amaya and her dad are there waiting. So let's just head on out, guys.
Is that your first picture? You gotta let me open the door for you, go ahead. You gotta let me open the door for you. Ah, always. Alright, so where's your mom? Because your mom wants to meet you.
All right, guys, so I'm here at Starbucks, but I'm looking around the plaza and I don't see Ryan's car. So I text him and say, are you guys at Starbucks, the one by my house? And he says, no, we're at a different one. I'm like, no, I said we have to meet at this one by my house because after we're done having our little Starbucks date with Amaya, we have to go pick up Jasmine from gymnastics. So I have to keep close just in case, like I can't go too far. So I'm now at Starbucks waiting for them to come to this location. So they're about 15 minutes away from me, so I'm just gonna patiently wait.
Alright guys, I was supposed to meet my mom at Starbucks, but we went to the wrong Starbucks.
My fault. Sorry.
Father's.
I didn't remember the instructions clearly. That was my mistake. But okay. Because it's not too far.
This pink drink is really good. Strawberries and look so fancy.
So Starbucks is not allowing any seating, and it's Friday, and everywhere in the city is booked up because they're only taking 10-person capacity at small restaurants. So we're gonna have to postpone and meet up tomorrow to chit chat at Symposium, which would be an even better setting. So we'll see you there Saturday at 11. Good morning, guys. So it's Saturday, and Amaya and I are off to meet her dad at Symposium restaurant to have a little chit chat. So let's go. Let's go. Alright guys, we made it to the restaurant. So here is Amaya and her dad. So Amaya, we're gonna have a big combo today.
I don't like having conversations. They make me feel weird.
You don't like conversations because they make you feel weird? But sometimes it's good to talk.
Yeah, I don't care what the subject is, it just makes me feel weird.
You'll be alright.
And the word you're looking for is awkward. You feel awkward because you don't want people talking about you, telling you about yourself. That's what it is. Alright. If you don't want conversations, don't do things that prompt conversations. That's all.
Do you know what you're ordering, Amaya? What?
It's a kid's grilled cheese with fries.
Kids grilled cheese with fries. You know what you're getting, Ryan?
Yes.
What is it?
Something very light, probably just an appetizer. Chicken quesadillas.
Oh, those are good.
Yeah.
Those are good. And myself here, I'm just going to get a chicken parm sandwich because it's just about lunchtime. It's just after 11 and I'm already hungry. Although I just had breakfast not too long ago. So we're just waiting for our meals. So Maya, why are we here today, girl?
To have a conversation.
About?
Gymnastics.
To have a conversation about gymnastics. Why are we talking about gymnastics?
Because I'm scared.
Because you're scared?
Of doing my round off back handspring.
It's a little bit more than that, actually, but you're on the right track.
She's scared to do a few drills that she's been doing for quite some time. How long have you been doing round off back handsprings for?
I don't know, a long time.
Since the intro of this video. Right?
Yeah, literally.
Pretty much. How
So
long ago
what-
was that? When you made the intro to this video?
A year ago come April. Regardless, it's last year.
There you go. There you go.
And you were doing back handsprings or back layouts, back handsprings
Back
and
crank on cement.
and back layouts on cement.
Now she can't do it on the floor in gymnastics.
Why do you think that is?
Because I'm scared.
What are you scared of?
Falling.
Can't blame you. She has a fear of falling. Have you fell before? doing that same...
No, doing a roundoff back handspring back tuck. And I fell twice last week.
But don't you think sometimes you need to fall to see where you stand?
You need to fall to see where you mess up, and then you just correct that, and then you won't fall again. You need those mistakes so you know that you shouldn't do that again, right? So falling is good because it teaches you what not to do. So then you can actually continue doing what you're supposed to do. But you can't just say, I fell, so I'm scared, because that means that you expect to always be perfect, which is not the case. You have to make mistakes. Just like all your favorites, all your idols in gymnastics, I'm sure they've fallen a few times in their lives.
More than a few. They probably still fall today.
Exactly, you know? There's no way that Simone Biles could actually do those moves that no one else can do without her falling.
Yeah.
Because no one showed her how to do those moves, obviously. Right? She's the first. They named them after her. The only way to do
said,
that.
I want to do this, and they didn't know.
She had an idea how to do it. She tried it. I'm sure she fell a lot. Because there's no way that you can be that good in the Olympics without failing a few times.
Absolutely. 100%.
So you have to just, I know you're young, but you have to just learn that failure is necessary. You have to fail to succeed.
Yeah.
You're not going to be the perfect gymnast without falling on your head a couple times.
All right. Coming to order now. He's coming to take our order, so let's get ready to order. Because I'm hungry.
Look at this, you're wearing an Olympic shirt and everything.
Amaya,
Good day.
how long have you been doing gymnastics? Since you were 4. And now you've made like a really life-changing decision that you're not going to continue. How does that make you feel?
She can't see the gravity of it right now.
Oh, you're still young.
It's like me when I quit soccer and quit music.
You did not. You said nothing.
So I'll give you guys a little bit of a rundown of the story. So Amaya kind of had fallen off when, like, it had been about a year. The coach was saying that she's not up to the level of skills she should be at for a level 6 gymnast. So she was having a rough time around this time last year. Then we ended up hitting lockdown. So gymnastics was shut down and she was home from March till June. Amaya ended up going back to gymnastics, but after that break, it kind of didn't do any of the athletes good because whatever you tell your body to do, it's going to do. So their bodies were resting. It wasn't up and physical. They weren't engaging in any technical skills that they usually do. So she was a little bit rusty. Not only that, when you went back, did you have the fall? When did you have that fall that you're telling us about?
The roundup back handspring back tuck.
Yeah.
When did you have the fall?
So after I came back from home, like after lockdown, I did a roundup back handspring back tuck, and I don't know what happened, but my body just stopped rotating, and I somehow turned and then onto my tummy and then went back.
At gymnastics? And that kind of scared you moving forward?
Do you know where you messed up?
My body just stopped rotating.
Okay. But was it your body? Like, did you, in your mind, did you get scared for a
because I
second?
was like a pro at it.
Right, but did you get scared for a second?
That my body was rotating, yeah. And that it wasn't flipping hard enough. But like,
Could there have been other reasons as to why that happened?
No.
Well, you wouldn't remember, but it's just you would have to just try it again because look,
I
let's
did
say
try it.
let's say you did it 500 times and it worked and it was good because you're a pro at it, as you said, right? Let's say you did it 500 times and then you mess up and land on your stomach twice. Do you have to give up now that you landed on your stomach twice? Because you succeeded how many times?
No.
500 times. So that means that you are a pro at it. So those 2 times are flukes. That's not going to happen again.
I did it 449.
That's what I'm trying to say to you. I'm trying to say that if you succeed so many times, you can't be scared of 2 failures, right? Even if you don't succeed and you fail, you have to keep on trying until you actually get it, and that's going to be where you're happiest. But you can't just fail and say it hurts, I'm scared, and then never do it again, because then you won't get through life that way. You'll never take a risk, and then you'll always end up in a place where you just don't really want to be. You know what I mean? You have to break out of that fear that you have of falling, because you're gonna fall a lot on your face in life. Physically, like, you know, literally and figuratively, you're gonna fall on your face.
Do basketball.
But if you do
Maya,
basketball,
so
what's
this
gonna
is the
happen?
thing. She's saying that she wants to do basketball, but I'm not totally convinced when it comes to hard work. Amaya's in for the long haul, because whatever you do is going to require hard work, super hard work and
The only thing
dedication.
I'm scared of is the round off back handspring and the round off back handspring attack.
The thing with you is that if you don't want to do something that is required of you, even if it's just, I don't want to do it, so I'm not going to do it, and that's the
Yeah,
problem.
Amaya doesn't do anything she doesn't want to do, and it doesn't matter if it's good for her or not. Like, it doesn't matter. She doesn't want to do it. She's not gonna do it. But what I want you to understand, Miss Amaya, is that it doesn't matter what it is. Like, it doesn't matter if you want to be the top-notch artist. You're gonna have to build on those skills, and in order to be good and the best in the world, it's gonna take hard work, because there's always something that you don't know that you need to improve on, or you'll have a weakness that you have to improve on. So whether it's gymnastics, whether it's art, whether it's shuttle runs, whether it's basketball, you're gonna have to improve on a skill that is a weakness, because nobody is perfect. So the point here is, like, giving up isn't the answer, right?
Giving up is not the answer.
It's way too easy to give up. It's way too easy. It's easy to say, I'm done, I'm done, I'm not going. It's much harder to stick it out and become the best. And that's what separates you from everybody else, is being able to have that consistency, that dedication, that determination and drive, even when you fall. What makes you different is when you get back up and you keep going.
Yeah.
But now you've kind of threw your hands up in the air and it's like, no, like, I'm not going to do gymnastics because I'm scared. Because what's happening is the coach is trying to get her to do skills that she's been doing since she was 4 years old, 5 years old, and she no longer will do them. So the coach is like, well, you know, it's too much money to have Amaya here sitting in the corner crying, because that's what she started to do at gymnastics. And it's becoming a disruption to her other teammates. So she couldn't do that because the other athletes were affected.
And the reason why this is a problem is because it's not the first time this specific thing has happened at
No.
gymnastics. We've
Been
spoken
going on
about this
for-
a lot.
yeah.
So that's why she's out now, because even though it happened before and we say, listen, don't do it again or else we're going to take you out, she said, okay, she does fine, and then she goes right back
Yeah.
to who she was.
Yeah.
And it happens over and over and over again. I just don't see it stopping, so there's no reason.
Yeah. So, like, we've been dealing with issues with Amaya being in gymnastics for maybe a year and a half. And honestly, the coach loves her. The coach sees the potential in Amaya. Amaya is made for something like gymnastics. But like I said, Ryan and I aren't living our dreams through our child. Like, we just want to support our child to be successful in whatever it is she does. We don't want her to be starting these sports and just giving up because she fell, or she has a sore ankle, or she hurt her finger. Because you know what? Fear will keep you locked up. Just like what it's doing right now to Amaya. So we pulled her from gymnastics. We have no idea what she'll do next, because I want to keep Amaya moving. I don't want her to just be at home sitting down watching TV or on social media. She should be moving and grooving just like we do. We're into exercising. So I want her to model the same type of behavior she sees her parents doing. But I'm not convinced, again, if she goes into any other sport and they tell her, hey, you have to do 100 shuttle runs because that's what's required to be the best. She's not going to do them. Or she does dance. Dance has a variety of different other types of dances, like hip hop, jazz, ballet. And when you're starting off, you're required to do a combo. That's recreational. You're far beyond recreational right now, Amaya.
I want to do hip hop.
Amaya, you're far beyond that. And sometimes it doesn't just start with hip hop. It starts with ballet, the foundation of dancing. Or exactly, you're shaking your head no. Oh, our food's here. Ooh, yummy. All right, I'm gonna start eating. This is so good. That
Is
guys.
that cheese?
Yep. How is it? Good.
Delicious.
Nice. So is it a coincidence that we're here because Amaya quit gymnastics and gymnastics is on the TV? Just take a look, guys. Look at that. As we talk about it, gymnastics is on the television. But her dad has an important point to make, right? Because Amaya said that it's not like she can't go back into gymnastics and she can pay for it. But the thing is, it really doesn't matter when you start, let's say. However, would you say the younger, the better? Because they're building on those foundational
you can start
skills?
whenever you want. If you want to do gymnastics when you're older, by all means, go ahead. That's great. Because I know that you said one of your friends' moms, they do trampoline and gymnastics now, right? That's fine. That's great. It's an activity. But if you want to be competitive, it's way better to start when you're this age or younger, because all the competitive gymnasts are about 17, 18. So by the time you could pay for your own gymnastics, you're already going to be at their age, and they're going to have 10 years of experience.
It's okay. Guys, we have been constantly trying to talk to Amaya about experience. Experience is everything. It doesn't matter if it's life experience or job experience. It's experience that you'll need, and it's going to carry you the rest of the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you being in gymnastics since you were 4 till 9, 5 years you have experience. You're doing things that some of your friends in school cannot do. So you amaze them already. You're already above average. You're doing lift carry challenges because of the strength you have and what you were taught in gymnastics, where another 9-year-old could not do that.
How many of your friends can flip, can do back handsprings? None of them. None of them.
That's the point we're trying to make. Guys, you know this family is a family that keeps it real. We do take Amaya aside off camera and we talk to her, but we do keep it real. Because one day Amaya's gonna be able to look back at this and be like, she can form her own opinion on it, that her parents were supportive, we try to sit her down, have a talk with her, but show her the real deal. Like you are leaving a sport that you've done for 5 years because you don't want to do some of the skills the coach is asking you to do to make you better, and she sees the potential in you. She believes in you more than you believe in yourself. You know? And belief is everything, Amaya. Belief is everything.
Yeah.
And like, Amaya, think about it. Like real talk, guys. Think about it, Amaya. How are you gonna feel when you see some of your friends that you went to gymnastics with? Some of them may go off to the Olympics. How are you gonna feel watching them on TV? Just think about how you would feel.
Like, of course you'll be happy for them, but at the same time, you're like, that could have been me.
And that's just real talk.
And I can tell you this because I've been through it. I've been through all of this. I don't want you to go down the same path that I went down, Amaya, because no one was able to talk to me about what we're talking to you about, especially at such a young age.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because me, I quit soccer at my peak.
So good. Thank you.
I quit soccer at my peak. Like, that means that I was trying out for Team Ontario. That's how good I was. I was called up to try out for Team Ontario, and then I still didn't even want to play. I was like, no, I'm quitting. And then you know what happened? There were people that I saw that I played with. There's one guy, he went to England and he started making $1 million a year playing soccer. There was another guy I was trying out with on Team Ontario. He went to the Netherlands and played for their team and went to the Olympics.
And how did it make you feel?
Like, I'm just a waste of talent. I'm a waste of talent. Someone else could have had these talents and done so much with it, but me, I have them. Now I'm just sitting on the couch.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But like, at the same time, even though you quit and you may look at it as a loss or a failure, you learn from that. So now you know you can't quit. Whatever you do, you cannot quit, because when you quit, somebody else is still going.
Exactly.
They're still going. You're out, but they're still playing the game.
And the worst part is, someone that's worse than you can make it so much farther than you. And that's what I don't like. That's my problem.
You, girlfriend, have so much potential. You see how you're built when you put on that gymnastics suit and you do your thing? But you see, it's hitting you, Amaya, and sometimes it needs to hit us. It needs to hit us in that spot for us to realize what we had, and now it's gone. It's only going to make you a stronger and a better person, because you cannot go through life getting into things and quitting just like that without those two things I taught you: level of effort and your attitude. Positive attitude and level of effort. That's all it will take. You just got to try, babe. Babe, like, I know you're upset. These feelings are real. What do you think you want to do? Tell us what you want to do, because we want to support you. Tell us again. What do you want to do?
You want to do basketball?
I'm not convinced that's truly your heart, what you want to do.
That's what I've been thinking of, even if I quit gymnastics.
How do you feel about that, Ryan? Like, what's your take on that?
My take is, you're on thin ice, pretty much. So what it is, I'm not saying that you can't play any sport. Obviously, you can play whatever you want to play.
Absolutely.
But it's just, in order for us to say, you know what, we're going to make the commitment and we're going to pay for Amaya to do this, you have to show us more. Because I guess, you know, I don't know when they're going to open up extracurriculars at school again. But I would say you have to start there. Extracurricular at school, show us that you actually like to compete in basketball. Make a team, play hard, practice hard. Show us how hard you want to play. And then if you could do that a couple of times, then yes, we will put you into a basketball league.
Amaya, the point is,
It doesn't matter what you do, Amaya, but you have to be the hardest worker in the room. You have to be the hardest worker. When people are giving 100%, you got to be out there giving it 110%. So they're giving it 100, but you're out there giving it 110% because you're not playing physically. You're playing with your heart. You're giving it your heart and your soul, and that's what's going to make you the best.
It's not easy to be an athlete. It's not. But the reason why people are athletes and the reason why people get far,
they didn't give up.
is because they don't give up. It's a lot of it has to do with your mind.
Your mindset's everything, babe.
There's nothing out here that's
There's
easy.
nothing easy.
Hard work really does pay off, and they don't just say that saying for just to say it. It's a real saying.
But yeah, I know when it comes to life and being a kid, you have to kind of live through life and understand it yourself. You can't just hear the words. You have to kind of see it yourself, because that's what it took me. I had to see it for myself. But here's the problem. Once I saw it, it was a bit too late.
You don't want that to happen. That's why we're here.
So what we're doing is setting you up for the best success you can have. I know you don't
100%.
understand it right now. You don't understand it right now, and that's fine. But we're going to keep on doing this even if it's going to be annoying to you, because by the time you're our age, by the time you're 20, by the time you're 25,
You ain't giving up.
You're going to be so happy.
You ain't gonna
never
give up.
gave up, or you're going to be so happy that you had these kind of pep talks with your parents. I wish I could tell you that I had these pep talks. I'm sure, you know, I may have had one with my mom, with my dad, maybe, but it wasn't like this.
Nothing against my parents, nothing against my mom. Me and Ryan both come from very different families. He came from a family of two hardworking individuals, and my mom was a single mom. I did not get the opportunity to do competitive gymnastics. I remember wanting to do gymnastics. I didn't care if it was at the competitive level or at the recreational level. I just wanted to do something, but my mom was working 2 jobs to support me and my brother. And I didn't get the opportunity to do it. And here you have 2 parents that want to give you the world. I want to give you everything. But I want you to have the belief that you can shoot farther than the sky. Sky is not the limit. There's footprints on the moon. You can go far beyond the sky. You understand what I'm saying? You
get that?
understand?
I hope so.
And we need to work together to figure out how we can best support you. Because I don't want you getting into things and it's like, oh, it's too hard, I quit. When it gets hard, that's when you have to start giving it 110% your best. Ask your dad. Remember when I was trying to get to nursing school and I had issues with math? Every day, what did I come home? Where was I every day that I came home? Do you remember? Dining room table. That's when I started going my hardest. I was asking your dad, just come, show me how to do this equation. Your dad didn't want to sit at the table with me. It wasn't your dad's issue that he didn't want to go to nursing school, but he supported me. He supported me. And Ryan is excellent at math, excellent. So he would show me and I would sit there, and it was the dedication and the commitment, perseverance that took me the rest of the way. Like, I'm not making this stuff up. I had to work hard.
Point of the story for you is you can't give up. It takes hard work. At the end of the day, it's hard, but trust me, your mindset has to be 100% harder than wanting to give up.
Yeah. There's no reason why you should live a life that you don't want to be living.
Right.
And look at anybody that you see that's successful and ask yourself, did they quit? What is their story?
I know, but you know what? I think your dad made a really good point. Before we start to invest in extracurricular basketball, start with the school team and see if you like what they're training you to do.
All right, guys, so it's only an hour seating time at restaurants because we have to consider the other people that want to come in the restaurant since they're at limited capacity. So we really hope Amaya understands what we're talking about. It's not an easy subject, but we really want her to understand that whatever decision she makes, whatever action she makes, always has a consequence. And the important part is to not give up and be better than who you were yesterday. So I hope she gets it.
Yes.
Do you understand where we're going with this, Maya?
Do you understand?
Aww, come give me a hug. My baby. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. You'll figure it out. And we're here to support you 100% of the way.
You're my priority, Amaya.
Alright guys, we're heading out. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. We're going to Amaya's gymnastic competition, her first competition ever. How do you feel, Amaya? Gonna do good? Cool.
Hear me screaming for you? Did you hear me?
You heard everybody screaming.
Amaya the champ!
Taking a picture.
Let me see your medal.
Backwards, Amaya.
Nice. Was it hard?
No.